Hey everybody, happy Friday. If you're watching this, please thank you first of all. And to all of you who have subscribed to the channel, who like the videos, thank you so much. And for those of you who are new and watching it, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and welcome. Okay, so we're back for another review of Ready to Love, Meet the Friends, Season 9, Episode 7. Okay, whew. Okay, this is better than last week because last week just had me hot. I don't think I could have dealt with 2 weeks of this in a row. Anyway, yeah. So LaRon, we get the beginning of the episode. LaRon gives us the tea, okay? He said he was happy to get rid of Will. And as far as he's concerned, he is here to chop off the other half of the snake, okay? And that's Alexis. So he gives us the tea, though. He said she was screenshotting text from the group chat and send it to Will so they could conspire against Koshia. LaRon, you really got a crush card. I guess I'm trying to think, LaRon, why are you still here? I mean, not simply just because he like a goof and played too much. I enjoyed him this episode, but what I mean is, LaRon, you clearly are crushing hard on Koshia, and you are like defending her honor. Okay, she ain't even around, but you wanted her to pay for that shit. So not only is Alexis a pick-me, but she's one of those chicks, I think, who kind of believes she's supposed to be the only pretty woman in the room and always the prettiest girl in the room. And when she's not, those claws come out. And that's what we're seeing. Because she can't be the prettiest girl in the room if Patrice is around. She can't be the prettiest girl in the room if Mika's around. She couldn't do that if Koshia was around. Okay? So she just can't. So LaRon was like, all of this stuff started with them too. I don't even understand, like, Alexis, if you wanted to be with him, like, I don't understand why you were being a pick-me for him. It ain't like Will got a whole lot of choices. If y'all want to be together, be together. Anyway, so they're supposed to take their love interest to meet their friends. Okay. Is it just me? I'm the only one feeling like most of these people don't really know each other. Like, for them to be weeks in the process, and it is to be a kind of reality show, not like Love is Blind or like where you're living or asked to live with these people, it kind of seems like, I mean, what else could you be filming for other than for TV? Because you can get in your car. It's not like y'all are away on a ranch or something. You could get in a car and go see your boo if you wanted to, or somebody you met. But okay. Anyway, so William brings his friends to meet Maya. I like Maya a lot. They ask her how will she deal with him traveling, seeing he's still in the reserves. She said they haven't talked about it. And I'm like, why do y'all always act like these people are getting married? This is like episode 7, 8, 9, what is it? 7. Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Anyway, have we had one marriage yet from the show? I hope not. Anyway, so they asked her about having kids in the family. She said she wants at least 2 kids. And she's okay with a big family, you know, this and the other. The main thing I noticed from this interaction is that Maya's makeup was on point again and again. All right. And his friend, you know, when she left, they were just like, well, she wants 2 kids. Do you really want another 2 kids? And he's okay with it. Anyway, so Justin brings Rashina and Mika to meet his friend. Mika seems to have a little attitude that Rashina is there. Okay. Once again, Mika is one of those, she's not as bad as Alexis to me. And she's given us no reason to believe that. But Mika, and honestly, I understand the instinct. Okay, to be like, I know you didn't ask me to come out here with another chick. All right, even though that's part of the process. But I think any normal person would feel a way. But Mika is also very beautiful. And Mika is used to being the only one and having her pick. And I think that's why this shit is on her nerves. Anyway, they're chilling. Rashina appears to be unbothered. That's what I mean. Like, Rashina knows how to handle it. But it was clear from how Mika was answering that Mika is kind of answering questions by the friend. Mika's kind of basic. She's kind of basic. I think she's very, very beautiful. I think she knows it. And I don't think she's used to having to try. And so it was just given dry with this. Justin, it was mad disrespectful for you to be all up on Mika in front of Rashina. You invited both of them. And I get sometimes you like people or whatever, but the way you were up on Mika, to me, was very disrespectful to Rashina. It was. Not to mention this whole setup is disrespectful. So Rashina says Justin's look was the strongest for her, something like that. And I was like, yeah, because them other motherfuckers are not attractive. And he was the only real cute one. So the friend says Rashina appears when she leaves. They're like, Rashina appears more committed to it. And even the friend points out they think Mika is a bit guarded. And she is. And it's kind of off-putting. So Chaz has his trash come over, Alexis. Like, what the fuck? I was looking at that like, are you kidding me right now? So his friend's first question was, is there anything about him basically that worries you? I said, is that your first question? That's how you meet people? Okay, then. So she was like, well, he's full of green flags, but the most serious one is that we have a 15-year age gap. That is a big one. Chaz in the confessional talking about, well, he doesn't think the age gap is a big deal because he doesn't look his age. Most black people don't, but he especially doesn't. He does not look like he's pushing 50 like that. And he was like, and I have a strong back. I said, I ain't mad. Okay. I can't fuck with you on it. I'm gonna leave it alone. So Vanessa shows up and I'm like, oh, okay, it's about time. Anyway, so Vanessa said she was shocked to see Alexis. So was I, girl. So was I. Okay. So the friend asked Vanessa what she's usually like, and she goes, I'm a pretty peaceful person. She has given us no reason to believe anything to the contrary. Alexis was like, I'm what you see is what you get. I'm a big personality. I said, bitch, first of all, cut it out, because you ain't even real like that. Some people are what you see is what you get. They can't turn off, right? And that's fine. You know, and if you don't want to put up with it, you don't have to. But Alexis, you're a fake bitch, and you think if you say that to us enough times that we'll believe it, okay? And we're not. We're not here for you, okay, at all, okay? And you gave us all the reasons not to be. Anyway, you give out what you want people to see, and then you hide a lot of shit, and you think people are stupid and won't find out. Fuck you. All right, she's messy. Was it me, or did Chaz's black friend, because he had a black friend, I think, and a Mexican friend, seem like he either had a crush on Vanessa? Was it me? Because he was smiling every time she talked, or maybe Chaz had told him a lot about Vanessa and he was happy for him, but it was given something else, right? So Vanessa tells them about her being married before and divorcing and having children. And she said, you know, I don't necessarily need the title of a marriage because I feel like we got so caught up in fighting for it that we forgot to really enjoy it. And I believe that. And that was actually something that ends up sticking out. But Alexis jumps in as Vanessa is talking and says, well, I want to be married definitely before having children. And then Vanessa swooped in. I said, but see, Vanessa, see, that's what I like, because you don't raise your voice. But she cut her off like, boom. She was like, do you think he would be a good father? And the friend was like, sure, he has a calm spirit. And I think he'd be a big disciplinarian. I was like, okay. So Alexis says that Chaz has interest in both her and Vanessa. She says they have really good physical chemistry and that him and Vanessa's personalities, though, complement each other. And she has to accept that. I was like, Alexis, yes, you do have to accept it. Because we know you weren't stunting Chaz like that. They got rid of your 2 fake connections or whatever the fuck y'all was doing. That's some weird shit. I don't even understand why Will and Jonathan were rocking with each other like that and they were going after the same chick. It just seems weird. It seems weird. And for that reason, I can't wait till the reunion. Anyway, so the friend pushed when he was talking toward Vanessa. And the friend was just like, my only red flag is that she's not wanting the marriage label. And he was like, yeah, I caught that too. Chaz seemed to, you know, really be having his friends on there because they kind of like know him. Chaz said he's trying to get married in the next year or 2. He's not trying to date for the rest of his life. I would hope not at 47, sir. Anyway, Alonzo brings his homegirl to meet Patrice. Now, Alonzo is another one that had a real friend. Okay, because I wasn't sure about this. I was like, oh, here we go. But his homegirl was really his homegirl. She didn't give me that, oh, I'm here because I'm the main chick in his life and this, that, and the other. No, she was really looking out for him and asking questions. She wasn't being disrespectful or anything like that. You could tell she really knew him. So Patrice was like, when she was asking her what did she like about Alonzo, and she was like, his sense of humor. And his friend was like, oh, that's great. She said, since his jokes don't usually land. I was like, damn. Yeah, she knows him. So he brings both Patrice and Rashina. Is it me? And I don't dislike Rashina at all, but I'm not seeing the chemistry Rashina has with other people on here. And once again, it's not like she has the pick of the litter with the men they put on this show. But like, it just seems like she's nice and she's willing to give people a chance, but at the same time, I just think she has her shit way too together for the kind of men that are on this show. But that's just me. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So once again, the friend asked good questions. She asked Patrice and Rashina if they wanted to get married again, because both of them have been married. And did they want to have more kids? Patrice says absolutely. Rashina was like, she doesn't know if she wants more kids. She has to keep it real, but she's willing to do it with the right one. I didn't think either one of their answers were bad. And I think Patrice is being very honest, because the bottom line is, have another kid with another man, whether you're married or not. If he's just not a good father, he ends up being a shitty person in a relationship. Just wanting to have one can sometimes be more complicated. Yeah. So, but I like that scene. I thought it was cute. The friend seemed to like, from my eyes, it seemed like she liked Rashina more than she liked Patrice. But by the end of the day, when Patrice pulled out one of Alonzo's letters from her bra, Rashina, you know, was like, yeah, I've seen his romantic side. Not romantic side. When Patrice pulled out the bra, Rashina was like, I haven't seen his romantic side. But she excuses herself from the date. She's not rude or anything like that. And she said, you know, I don't really have that same connection with him, but I'd like to see it. All right, maturity. So William brings Alexis over to meet his friends. Another thing that was confusing to me. I was like, y'all are really grasping at straws this episode, but whatever. And this is what I'm talking about. Or this is what I thought I was talking about. When I saw Alexis, I was like, okay. Because, William, you went in some cool points with me. Because I find it tacky to make a woman feel like she needs to be on a meetup with another person meeting your friends. Why couldn't the rest of them do that? I said, all that house Chaz got, why didn't he do that? Never mind. Then we see Patrice come too to meet his friends. Now, here's the thing. William only let his friends meet Maya alone. It's clear he likes Maya more than anybody else. I'm just saying. Anyway, kind of similar with Dominique. So Patrice brings in flowers for the woman of the house. I said, see, Patrice be understanding the assignment, okay? Or you bring something, you know what I mean? But Alexis is kind of tacky. And once again, Alexis is one of those people with that kind of complex, like, I am enough. Not that she isn't, or okay, like women are, but in a way where she doesn't feel like she has to work for anything. Whatever. And quite frankly, I just don't like the Mickey Mouse bitch. Okay? Why did I not realize until this second time around that William's friends were married? I just thought they were just individually his friends. They look like they could be cousins. They had zero chemistry to me. I was like, they married? That looks like it could be her son. What? Anyway. So Patrice and Alexis exchange pleasantries while like then rolling their eyes at each other. So Mickey Mouse said that it is surprising to see Patrice. She wasn't privy to her and William's connection. Probably because you were too busy conspiring with ugly ass, bad skin ass Will. That's what happens when you treat other women that way. You don't get privy to even other women who may tell you that so-and-so are dating. So you could kind of be up on it because you was too busy doing the pick me shit. So Will's messy friend asked, excuse me, has there been any drama among the women? Patrice was like, honestly, I stay out of drama. Okay. She checked Alexis. Yeah, that was dramatic, but that wasn't everybody's business. Okay. Okay. And she was like, I'm not here for the ladies. I was like, exactly. That's why I didn't understand why Alexis brought up Koshia that time she was talking to Chaz last week. Anyway, then Alexis says, well, I don't start drama, but I don't shy away from it. Bitch, you have been the sole source of confusion amongst those women. Period. Now, you get the Vanessas and the Mayas who are just not going to engage, and I don't blame them, but you tried the fuck out of people. Anyway, so they asked how she would support William's career, and Patrice was like, well, she has a Springer or something. I guess she drives celebrities around. And she was like, I can make money, he can make money, we can make money together. I said, well, that's one way to look at it. So they choose Patrice and Maya as his main connections, which was pretty obvious. But they really do seem to like Patrice. And I do think he's really going to have a tough time choosing. So yeah, so then we get very unattractive Dominique. Vanessa comes to meet Dominique. She looked really cute. She kind of seemed like more comfortable than I've seen her before. And I was actually surprised. I'm not going to lie. his Dominique's friend didn't seem like a friend. It seemed like somebody he hired, but whatever. But for some reason, I think Vanessa and Dominique could be okay for some reason. It didn't strike me as forced, and I think because Vanessa is not overly forward and really is okay with just making connections as she sees them, when we see her in relationships, you know, like dates or whatever, it comes across much more genuine. So for some reason, I really saw that with her and Dominique. All right, so LaRon is, of course, on TV fronting, okay, that he cares about anybody but Koshia. And we know he can flirt, and it was clear that he could flirt. But let me tell you something. That axe you grinding, LaRon, tells us that Koshia, you are still, okay, Koshia got your nose wide open. Anyway, so he brought out Maya, okay? But they don't know each other that well because Maya was shocked to get the call. I told y'all something about a lot of these people. I'm just like, they haven't really had conversations. Then he brought out Mika, and you know Mika is not here for the bullshit. So LaRon is a goof, okay? He is just a goofy ass teddy bear. So Mika comes and his friend asks if she feels like she can put up with him. And she said, I don't know. She was like, he plays too much. LaRon, you do need to grow up. You be just like doing dumb shit, like just winking and carrying on. Nobody is taking you seriously. Mika asked the friend, do you go out with him? And he was like, yeah. She said Wednesday through Sunday. He was like, and that's how I knew. That's the way he kind of looked shocked. Like, what are you talking about? Okay. LaRon, you don't go out the way you wanted people to think you went out. I'm not saying that y'all don't go and hang, but you came on like the party boy, and then you keep making these dumb ass statements. Everybody presumes I'm this party boy. You told us that. You told them that. And you're goofy, and you had the maturity of a 24-year-old. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. It was hard to watch. Anyway, so Mika was like, well, look, he's never dated a woman with kids, and that worries her. He was like, oh no, I'll body slam. She was looking at like, you ain't gonna put your hands on my kids. Yes, okay, you gotta, people act like those kind of things are jokes. Those are feelers, okay, and I ain't here for it. So, LaRon is just flirting with the two of them. Maya gets up. I guess Maya said, look, I have filled any contractual obligations. Is it me, or is it obvious that Mika is tired of filming with these whack ninjas? That's why I think she's really just like, like, I want y'all to kick me off. Because I'm done doing this. And if you have your own life and your own shit, and once again, it's not like they stuck in some compound or something. They still have their daily lives while they shoot this show. Anyway. So his friend preferred Maya. LaRon was like, well, Mika will be ready with the right dude. Okay, but you not that dude, LaRon. And please don't try to change somebody. Once again, a sign of immaturity. His friend looked like he was straight at a house party one. Was I the only one who... Anyway. So they deliberate. LaRon is still on trying to change Mika. Sir. Okay? What? Now, Chaz was looking real bothered, and shout out to the cameraman, when Dominique started talking about Vanessa, because he was gushing. He was real, and I thought the scene was cute, but I could tell Chaz was really bothered. He was bothered. He didn't really like to hear all of that coming from him, because Vanessa got options, okay? And it's not that Chaz isn't sexy, but I don't think everybody's rocking with him like that. Like, you can be, like, really attractive, and people are not, like, checking for you like that. So, Tommy asked him what his friend said, and he was like, I brought Vanessa and Alexis, but then he focused on Vanessa. Well, yeah, they liked her, this, that, and the other. He didn't mention the other stuff. Then we get Dominique. They start talking about who they don't want. And so Dominique says Patrice, and she lives really far away. And Tommy was like, huh? Why do you have such a problem with driving people? And he was like, well, my car gets 16 miles to the gallon. He was like, well, maybe you need a new car. And I said, see, it's the little stuff. First of all, grown man. Grown whole ass man. Okay? If you not getting a bang for your buck with your car, yes, sir, you need to get a new car. A Toyota is the most reliable form of transportation. I don't care what nobody tells you in terms of a car. Number two, you talking about you want to get married and have all these kids, but gas is such a hindrance for you because you don't like spending that money. Baby, it sounds like to me you not really ready for what it takes to have a kid. Okay? And like everybody else says, having a kid is expensive. So if you having trouble with gas, bro, I think you need to slow down trying to get married. So Chaz says that Alexis is not his connection, and LaRon is over there, and they just cracking up. They are cracking up. LaRon has been waiting for this moment. Like, no, he is going to defend Koshia's honor. And the rest of the fellas were just cracking up. So they knew what he was trying to do. And Chaz says, well, basically she brought up Koshia. He said, I didn't like that. He was like, I'm a pretty peaceful person, and that was a red flag. LaRon, okay, now see, Chaz left it there. Not LaRon. LaRon was like, well, I have 5 disconnections. He was, Tommy was like, first of all, I only need 2. All of them were Alexis. I was like, gosh, he is so immature. Because he's still in his feelings. And William was like, well, I honestly think he needs to let it go. And he does. And he is acting like a little boy. And maybe he'll get kicked off next. But at the end of the day, LaRon had every right to be mad about the way that went down and them taking Koshia away from him, okay? Even though we know he sees her when they ain't taping. So LaRon volunteers to see Alexis. See, these people are especially petty this season. Have you noticed that people who don't like other people are like basically doing this every time the person they want to kick off is gone? Because that's exactly what happened last week. Anyway, so LaRon volunteers to see Alexis. So he brought up, honestly, I thought Mika or Alexis could have gone just by what I was observing. So he says to Alexis, look, I heard, there's been some chatter. She was like, I don't do chit chatter. And she was like, I don't even understand why we have a problem, because how can we have a problem? I only spoke to him once. Bitch, because you've been talking about him and Koshia and exposing text messages. That's why. Okay? And then she keeps going on saying, I don't start anything, but I won't be a doormat. Girl, just because you, first of all, you do start stuff. Okay? But just not starting stuff doesn't automatically make you a doormat. Patrice ain't nobody's doormat. Rashina ain't nobody's doormat. That doesn't make you a doormat automatically. No, you're a shit starter. Chaz was really sweet about it with Mika, and he explained not giving names, Alexis. Okay, basically what some of the concerns were. He was very nice about it. And Mika was flirting with Chaz. I can see them being attracted to each other. I don't see them being in a relationship. I think Chaz is too nice for Mika. I don't think that's her type. Vanessa and Chaz, and I'm going to say, Vanessa and Dominique actually seem very nice together. So LaRon kicked her off. You could tell he really wanted to laugh in her face. But see, people who aren't naturally terrible, like Alexis and Jonathan, they can't do that. So then in the confessional, she's like, well, yes, I do think Will affected my process 100%. Bitch, you allowed that to be the case. Don't cry no tears for me, Argentina. We done here. Anyway, y'all be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.